certainly did not go away for Dianna Russini. I hope she thinks it was worth it. She blew up her marriage. She has young kids at home. She has, I mean, this is probably great for her husband. From everything I've heard from her publicly on sports shows, on television, constantly bashing, insulting, and degrading her husband. And now we get it here. It's official. Gotta tell you, it happened a lot sooner than I expected. Dianna Russini reportedly resigns from The Athletic after photos with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel investigation. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all your support. Oh man, let's dig in. Do me a favor. Please smash that like button. It takes a click, a second. It helps out tremendously. It's the only way the video gets shown as we try and grow this new channel relatively. Anyway, we'll dig it in now. All right, let's check this out. Veteran NFL reporter Dianna Russini reportedly resigned from The Athletic on Tuesday after an investigation following the emergence of images of her and New England head coach Mike Vrabel, according to the Associated Press. They were originally published by the New York Post. By the way, I heard other places like TMZ actually said no. Everyone, there's got to be so much more below the surface of this because everyone is absolutely terrified to talk about this. Pat McAfee has not said a word about this. Adam Schefter, terrified to talk about this. You've got guys like LaShawn McCoy. I did a video the other day with a clip from LaShawn. He went on a rant on his show after that fact, continually lying and misdirecting and moving the goalpost when it comes to Dianna Russini, telling everyone it is not a big deal. What they did, it's okay. Hey man, they're cheating, so what? Because he's probably projecting a little bit, being a famous athlete. They don't care. You think, nah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole and get the few true in trouble, but I'm just saying, if you think a majority of them don't cheat, really? I'll leave it at that. So anyway, following the release of those photos, both Vrabel and Russini downplayed them, with Russini claiming there were other people present, which we never saw. And again, it doesn't matter. Not the point at all. That is a bad misdirect. I get it. She was unprepared. She was caught off guard. She had to throw something out there that was the best she had. Vrabel saying the pictures show a completely innocent interaction. Again, it doesn't, but it doesn't matter if anything else happened after. That is why she is being let go, because this is a terrible look. It's a violation of journalistic ethics at the minimum. Media nowadays with sports, they are shaping the league instead of reporting on it. They are shaping it. Dianna Russini, 99% of her reporting is from anonymous sources. So basically, I'm not saying it. Look, I get at times there are legitimacies to anonymous sources, but for the most part, I'm not buying it, especially not in sports. You got something to say, and as an AFC general manager or a defensive coordinator has an opinion on AJ Brown or Jalen Hurts, doesn't need to be anonymous, folks. If it's anonymous, then you have no reason to be reporting it because it is nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. And what is crazy, as I talked about, and excuse me, in a recent video, the Athletic stood by her immediately and kind of went over the top with how they talked about how ridiculous this was, and it was a non-story, and how dare anybody even insinuate anything improper happened with Dianna Russini and her conduct with Mike Vrabel and her reporting, especially when it comes to AJ Brown. Can we talk about that for a minute? The reporting was misleading, lacked essential context. In the meantime, they had already started an investigation, called her a premier journalist, said he was proud to have her at The Athletic, per a statement to the Post. Let me backtrack a second to the AJ Brown thing. Dianna Russini has been fired. She has been let go because of all of this. Now, considering it is Mike Vrabel, considering a lot of her reporting had to do with funneling AJ Brown, creating drama around A.J. Brown to the point of making the Eagles uncomfortable enough and making the Patriots the only available suitor, thereby lowering A.J. Brown's trade value. The NFL needs to do the right thing and one, suspend Mike Vrabel. Look, the Athletic did the right thing. They stepped up. Did they handle it well at the beginning? No, but they stepped up. Now the NFL has to step up. They've got to suspend Mike Vrabel, and they have to give the Eagles, at the very least, a first round draft pick of the New England Patriots. If not, the NFL, again, just pointing to the fact that it is a corrupt league. Everyone knows about the poor officiating. Everyone's talking about the game. I won't say fixing because that is very difficult, but I'll say influencing heavily or greatly impacting. For example, it may be just they can't do anything to have a team win or lose, but they can adjust versus the point spread. They can make a very, very critical call in an important spot at the end of a game. We all know how a holding on a first down practically destroys most drives. And we all know that holding can basically be called on any single passing play in the NFL, right? So the NFL's got to step up. They've got to do their job. And by the way, I just want to finish up with some of this because this is kind of interesting. I want to go back to this, at least have a laugh at this a little bit, right? Here was Dianna Russini the other day. This was after a few days of silence after the pictures came out. This is her first tweet since then. The NFL informed its teams about when they could expect to see replacement officials visiting facilities if a deal is not reached by next month when the current CBA with the NFL Referees Association expires. And of course, yeah, right, here we go. Let's get into it. No running. Refs lining up to be Rossini's next inside her. The referees are volunteering for duty for dirty Dianna Russini. They're going to take one or give one for the team for the NFL's concubine. Here we go. And it just continues. I mean, if you check this out, I want to go scroll back up for a second. 3.3 thousand comments and 2.1 thousand likes. 3.2 thousand comments, and they're all a lot like this. Yeah, address me, the elephant in the room. I got one more in me. Dianna, when she heard a ref insider, wanted to talk. And it just goes on like that for thousands of comments. You stay away from those refs now. Everyone, next time we hear per multiple sources, yeah, refs hugging in the nice romantic getaway. Mike Vrabel, every inch matters. Just here for the comments, and it goes on and on and on like that. Yeah. So anyway, this is good news. I mean, look, is it terrible that someone lost this job? Yeah, lost her job. Yeah. But that being said, this is all on her. She did this, and from everything I've seen, her speaking in public on television about her husband couldn't happen to a nicer person. Eagles got to get that draft pick. Vrabel's got to get suspended. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all your support. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. I will talk to you later.